Thank you. Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's really an honor to be here at LEAP, an event which is really pushing the boundaries of possible. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and the associated vision of 2030 is really home to some of the most ambitious initiatives around the world. And it's leading us into a digital future and also enabling the entire ICT industry to flourish. We at Ericsson, we are very proud to have been part of contributing to the digitization and mobility in Saudi Arabia for more than 40 years now. And we are fully committed to continue doing so with our partners and the Kingdom for the decades to come. We're now in the early days of 2022, and actually this means 3 years since the launch of 5G commercial services here in Saudi Arabia. Yet, we are still at the beginning of what this promising innovation platform can deliver, and we are only seeing the early signs of it. With 5G, we have a platform that enables connected digitalization at scale. Why? Because it is using a single global standard that already today is enabling 8 billion subscribers. And with the flexibility to support any type of use case, be it consumer, enterprise, or industry. Now, for consumers, granted that except for improved speeds, it is a bit unclear what the 5G benefits are compared to other technologies. But we have seen this before, and we've learned that it's very important to put the infrastructure in place first in order to allow the ecosystem of apps to come. Development is ongoing as we speak, actually, and we see a lot of leaps being taken in innovation in both hardware gadgets, such as glasses allowing XR technology, as well as new services and games that need the capabilities of 5G in order to thrive. For communication service providers, the 5G network platform provides opportunities to capture new revenues when addressing industries, be it manufacturing, mines, or healthcare. Network slicing, as one example, is a key enabling technology in 5G. So you can handle use cases with very specific requirements in terms of SLAs and service requirements. So you can still do that while using the public mobile network. And we estimate today that the industrial opportunities that will come through 5G will bring a new revenue stream of $200 billion to this industry. When it comes to enterprise, the communication service providers need actually to abstract the 5G network layers and ensure that we offer APIs to the host of developers out there so they can use them, whether in edge computing or whether in public cloud. Let us go through some of the examples of the 5G innovation landscape and what it can offer today. First, allow me to start with the basics. And that's how the network actually became a critical infrastructure during the pandemic. We all saw the importance of study at home, work at home, or get bored at home. And 5G has been actually offering an opportunity for our customers to go in and offer broadband at home using what is called fixed wireless access, a wireless avenue to compete with fiber where it is very costly to do so, and at very affordable monthly subscriptions. And we see this now actually being a current driver for deploying 5G in many parts of the region. Now, what's our view on consumer patterns? Look, gaming over 5G is a very relevant example because you can have the possibility to offer very immersive experiences when you do so. Already today, we have a gaming industry which is worth $175 billion. That's more than the total of the film and music industry put together. And here in Saudi Arabia, we have exceeded $500 million of business in gaming, out of which 60% is actually coming from mobile gaming alone. So the question begs, what will be the focus of the millions of mobile gamers, both in Saudi as in the world. We've been looking at heavy gamers. And if you add edge computing to the mix, we can offer these heavy gamers a cost-effective approach whereby you can offer them almost console-quality games without the need to depend on very expensive hardware. If you consider time-critical cloud gaming, such as first-person shooter games, those will require typically 20 to 30 milliseconds of end-to-end network latency. And you need to have this up and running for 99.9% of the time. And 5G can deliver this. We're also actively working together with the gaming community, app developers, and service providers, so we can ensure that we stimulate this ecosystem and innovate in this space. We have launched what we call the Ericsson's Startup 5G programs. The areas we are working on there would be cloud gaming on the edge, mobile multiplayer AR games, and premium esports gaming. We've actually launched this initiative here in the Kingdom with our partner Mobile to cater for consumer demands and also drive monetization of consumer offerings. So gaming and home broadband are some of the prime consumer use cases we say today. Now, when we apply 5G to industry and enterprise use cases, this is where we really see the transformation capability of this technology. Let me share some examples, and I'll start with the port. Today, 90% of all the world's goods are actually transferred through ports worldwide. Imagine what you can achieve if you can actually equip the cranes with connectivity in order to be able to automate. Imagine what you can achieve if you install sensors all over the port to monitor and optimize the logistics flow. Based on a pilot that we have done at the port of Livorno in Tuscany, in Italy, we have done exactly that. And we have introduced what we call a digital twin for the port. So we can, at any time, monitor and preempt what can happen in terms of operations. And we saw great benefits. There was a reduction in terms of the occupied storage space by 10%. There was a reduction in terms of the unloading and the loading times of the containers by 15%. And this was just a pilot. These time savings can be immediately translated into cost savings for the ship owners and, of course, increased port capacity. And also, they will result in a reduction of movement during all of the cargo handling. It will lower fuel consumption, and it will lower the associated CO2 emissions as well. Now, turning to road transports, the expectation is to connect, of course, a very large part of the world's fleet in the coming decade. Now, already today, we see value which is being captured, such as over-the-air software updates, rather than having a physical service visit or recalls. However, the goal of connected cars is to provide fully autonomous vehicles that will provide us with a much safer, more predictive, and sustainable traffic. Now, one area of current interest is automated urban public transport. So 5G and automated vehicles are more flexible, cost-efficient, and environmentally friendly than existing options. We're very proud at Ericsson to be able to showcase a 5G connected automated bus together with our partners STC and EasyMile here at LEAP. So in fact, there is a bus out there, driverless, connected remotely, who will take you from all the different gates for this building. In terms of manufacturing plants, you might have heard our CEO earlier this morning talk about the Ericsson 5G Smart Factory in Texas. We have used a combination of industrial Internet of Things and 5G connectivity, and we have achieved triple bottom line effects from doing that. In fact, we see a 2.2 improvement in the productivity of that factory, 65% reduction in manual material handling, which means we provide a much safer environment for our workers. And finally, a 25% lower energy consumption. So profit, people, and planet. And we can easily replicate a lot of these in many manufacturing plants here in Saudi. These are just examples of some of the potential of limitless connectivity enabled by 5G in order to transform industries and to create new consumer experiences and digitalized societies. However, to achieve all of this, we cannot work in silos. We really need the support of fundamental ingredients for success, and that is, if we look, for instance, at this public transport case I just mentioned here with STC and Easy Mile, it's a good example where we are kickstarting the innovation together, and we are doing this trial outside here. But in order to scale this and bring it to a commercial deployment, we really need to have the road authorities and numerous other players to be involved, and new regulation needs to come in place. Partnering with universities is also key for us. We at Ericsson, we have recently signed a research and development agreement with the King Abdullah University of Science and Technology, KAUST, in order to support STC's Rawafed program to enable local content while contributing to the kingdom's ICT sector. This program is actually focusing on the next generation of 5G, 6G, and it involves the exchange of students and knowledge and researchers between KAUST and Ericsson Research in Sweden, where we are building a pipeline of talent to support the aspirations of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030. In summary, 5G capabilities will transform industries and enterprises. It will enable productivity improvements. It will enable cost improvements and sustainability, most important of all. We all know that the digital world cannot be delivered by any one player or any industry alone. It must be done in partnership between government, private sector, regulators, academia, and entrepreneurs. Here in the Kingdom, the government and the Ministry of Communications and Information are laying the foundation for a sustainable digital transformation. And thereby, they're creating the conditions to make adoption of these innovations possible. A strong academia will lead the research for future technologies, and the thriving digital sector, private sector, combined with a vibrant talent, will bring and embrace new ideas and solutions. With the Vision 2030 and digital infrastructure recognized as a key enabler, Saudi Arabia is on a journey of global leadership on multiple dimensions. At Ericsson, we will continue to be a proud partner to our customers and to use our technology and the 5G innovation platform to support realizing this vision. Thank you very much.